Hey friends, welcome back to Cooking with Claudia. Today I'm showing you how to make these easy, delicious chicken skewers made in the oven. These are marinated and packed with all the right flavors. They're so good. Let's get started. For this recipe, we're going to use 2 pounds of chicken thighs. I left the fat on my chicken because it's going to add to the flavor, but you can totally trim them off if you want to. I'm going to grab my chef's knife, then start cutting the chicken into bite-sized pieces. While I'm cutting up the chicken, I'm going to use the time to talk about these kitchen knives. This knife set was sent to me by Lux Homewares. It's a very good brand. I've been using their knives for the past 3 years. This knife set has a built-in sharpener right here, which is such a great feature. You can easily sharpen your knives. You'll always have great sharp knives for many years to come. I'm gonna leave all details in the description box if you guys are interested. Now let's carry on with the recipe. So like I said, I'm just cutting up my chicken into bite-sized pieces. Once your chicken is all cut up, go ahead and transfer it into a large bowl. Then we're going to marinate the chicken. I'm drizzling in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then I'm adding a half cup of plain yogurt. The yogurt is going to make the chicken very tender. Next, I'm adding 4 cloves of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped parsley, and 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped thyme. Last, add salt and pepper to your taste. I used 2 teaspoons salt and half a teaspoon black pepper. Next, I'm mixing everything together. Make sure you toss really well. We want the marinade to mix well and get on every single piece of chicken. Once mixed, I'm going to cover up the bowl. Then I'm going to let this marinate in the fridge for at least 1 hour. If you have time, you can let this marinate overnight. Okay guys? So if you're using wooden skewers and you don't want them to burn in the oven, make sure you soak them in water for about 20 minutes. Also, make sure you have a rack over a baking pan for baking the chicken. As soon as the chicken is done marinating, you're going to start threading the pieces onto the skewer. If a piece of chicken is too long, make sure you thread it twice through the skewer, that way it's not dangling off. Once the skewer is full, place it over the rack. Repeat the process with the other skewers until all the chicken is threaded. When you place the chicken over the rack, make sure they're spaced apart. Next, you're going to preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, then roast the chicken for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you're going to flip the chicken over and roast them for 5 more minutes. Afterwards, you're going to turn your oven to broil and let them broil for a minute or 2. And this is what they look like when they're done. They're so delicious. Broiling at the last minute will make them crispy on the outside. I garnished with some fresh parsley. These chicken skewers came out really good. The flavor is amazing. The only thing I would say is make sure you follow the recipe very well. Otherwise, if you mess up the measurements, the flavor can get overpowering. I had to test the recipe multiple times to get it right. So if you want the ingredients and measurements, check the description box. I'll leave them all there. I served the chicken with some rice. It was really good. I'm grabbing a steak knife from my Lux Homewares knife set to enjoy the meal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Lux Homewares knife set if you're interested. Link is in the description box. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!